This is Soniera Lynn, and you are now listening to the Anime Assembled podcast with your host, Indy Uchiha and John Forsaken Power.
What's going on? Nerd Mixers, A+s, it's your boy, Indy Uchiha, here to bring you the review for DragonBall Daima. I'm never going to be able to pronounce that right. Episode 3. And even though I'm loving this show because it's akin of the original Dragon Ball to me, the thing that basically got me hardcore, you know what I'm saying, into anime, the process of which this show is moving for me is pretty slow. I do love how they separated the team, so it's more of like a Goku-esque journey as he learns more about the demon world and different things like that. So we know that they left Vegeta and them on Earth because of not being able to fit everybody into Glorio's plane. So we have Goku, Glorio, Shin heading to a warp zone by planet Babidi, I think that's what it was, in order to be able to warp into the demon world. The funny thing about this is that the things that warp them into the demon world are like big fishes, which we have a little comedic moment with Goku calling the warp a big goldfish and pissing them off, and then the whole thing about them going into the fish's mouth, doing a little swirl like they're going down a toilet and then coming out the fish's rear end was hilarious. But the fact that they did that more than once in this episode in order to be able to get into Demon World 3, I believe it was, kind of dragged that comedic bit on. But in the midst of traveling, you have Shin questioning Glorio about how they know that Goku can do this and everything like that. And Glorio's just saying that I know Goku can do it due to the fact of him defeating Majin Buu. One of the real things that I like about in this series so far that we discussed a little bit in review number 1 is that I love the fact that the demon world uses magic and how magic is different from ki and everything that happens on Earth. So not necessarily do the opponents that they go up against have to be powerful, but they can have powerful abilities to make it tricky for non-combative, you know what I'm saying, enemies to be able to, I guess, be a level up or a step up on Goku and friends. When they're going into the first warp, we learn a little bit about this magic from Shin because as I said, all Demon World people have pointy ears. And because Goku had round ears, Shin was able to transform Goku ears pointy in order for them to be able to get let into the Demon World. Something that will cause a little problems later in the episode. In the time that they were going to be able to transport, because Shin had to take the time in order to transform Goku's ears, he wasn't able to lay the passcode in order to get into the warp back to Earth because he was concentrating on something else. He ran out of time. So it's going to be interesting to me on how it basically sets it up that everybody else has to go through something in order to be able to get there with Goku. So it's going to have Goku go through a little bit of trials and tribulations without having backup, which lets him, I guess, get stronger than everybody else. Because when they get to Demon World, which is divided into 3 different parts, like the royalty stay in the first one, middle class stays in the second, the poor people stay in the third. So it's like 3 different classes. When they get to the third one, Demon World, they see that there's volcanic eruptions, and there's so many volcanic eruptions that there's a gas emitted that makes the air real heavy. It makes it hard to move. It makes Goku punches look like they're going through sand or pudding or something like that. So if it's anything like when he trained in 100 times Earth gravity, I believe that Goku should be able to experience some type of strengthening, you know what I'm saying, through being in the demon world. And it might explain why a lot of the fighters in the demon world are a lot stronger too when they're fighting, I guess, through higher gravity than what is on Earth. Goku, Glorio, the reason why he's able to move freely along the 3 realms is because he does a lot of jobs for realm 1, in Demon World, but although he doesn't discuss or say what that is, all he wants them to know is that King Caden, it was the one that sent him to go retrieve Goku, and that they are going to meet him, you know what I'm saying, the next day. So after Goku gets a little restless and they get out the plane and he starts jumping and flipping around and punching and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons that he finds out that the air is heavy. They get attacked by bandits who knows what's going on, but even the bandits shooting the arrows, see the arrows fall short because of how heavy the air is, which is interesting to me. So Goku and Glorio dispatch of those bandits pretty easily. Goku with his laser gun reminds me a lot of, what is his name from Super? I can't remember his name, but he was the one who had something against all Saiyans and stuff like that. Reminded me a little bit of that. So I wonder if that was kind of the inspiration for this Glorio character that comes on. So they end up trying to go to a hotel. Gloria ends up threatening the hotel owner in order to get him a good room. No room service, so they go over to a bar to go eat. Goku asks for like 5 hamburgers, smashes them right quick, and because of his round ears, draws the ire of some of the demons there as they go to attack him. Again, Glorio and Goku dispatching them in what feels like an original Dragon Ball, you know what I'm saying, style combat, not with the flashiness of the key waves and all that stuff, but just real hand-to-hand combat that we grew to love from Goku going through, you know what I'm saying, that journey that he was going on. The villains, the demons who attacked them with Goku dispatched me to with a hamburger in his mouth was crazy. Those demons said that they'll get their revenge, and then when Goku, Glorio, and Shin wake up, Glorio's plane gone, and then this episode ends. So I believe like the next episode will probably have something to do with them trying to find those demons that they fought with in the bar in order to get Glorio's plane back, because they can't continue on their journey to go do what they need to do until they get that back, unless there's some way for them to get to King Caden without, you know what I'm saying, the plane, and maybe requesting him to help them get it back or requesting another plane from him. So all in all, again, the animation is flawless. The story seems to be moving a little bit slow for me for it to have so few episodes. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen when it comes to next. Pretty interesting to me. I'm enjoying it as a fan of anime. There's going to be a lot of people who came in to Dragon Ball during Z or Super and stuff like that, or who didn't like GT, that are going to downplay this a lot. But for us original Dragon Ball fans who went through that journey, with Goku collecting the 7 Dragon Balls, with him going through the world tournament, with him fighting, you know what I'm saying, Evil King Piccolo and stuff like that, I think we will end up loving this very much. And hey, Toriyama, you did your thing. I'm loving what's going on here, and I can't wait for this to end, see what it's going to lead to, and for Super to come back. For Dragon Ball fans, I feel like we got a lot in store for us. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I give it 6.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I'm going to go back and watch it again and see if there's anything I missed. You guys let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that noti bell so you know every time we drop new content. This is what we'll be covering. If there's any other new anime out you guys want us to cover, if there's any manga that's out that you guys want us to cover, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Me and Forsaken, we're talking about Dan. Be an interesting conversation for us to have. Duo record that. So if that's something y'all want us to do, let us know. We'll see you back real soon next week for a review of episode number 4. All right, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix. Indy out.